Hey guys, it's Kristine Windover here, your Superstar Director. Welcome to day 17 of Leap to Lead. I can't believe we've made it this far in already. We're probably just about halfway through our program. And so today we're going to talk a little bit about customer marketing follow-up type things that you can do. Not systems in terms of the dreaded phone calls to follow up with customers, but different tools you can use to give that extra going the extra mile customer service for your customers. So I'm going to refer a little bit to the Mary Christensen Be a Party Plan Superstar book again today. And on page 188, she gives some superstar secrets. She gives superstar secrets throughout the whole book. But on this page, she talks about different things you can do for your customers just to be going that extra mile. So one thing she talks about is a customer of the month lucky draw. So remember, with Scentsy compliance rules, we can't post about these things publicly online, but we can direct contact talk about them with our customers, whether that's private message, text message, or in-person talking. So having a plan ahead of time about these kinds of things that you want to do is good, because when you are in those one-to-one conversations with your customers, you can say, hey, I do a customer of the month lucky draw. That could be used in those instances where you are filling out or getting somebody to fill out a ballot with their information for you. So when you're meeting somebody randomly and you're handing out a sample, instead of just handing out a sample hoping that they contact you because you've given them your contact information, this is a way to get them to give you their contact information. So you can have draw slips ready to go in your purse and say, I do a monthly customer draw. Would you like to enter it? And then follow through. And you may call every single customer that made it in that month and say that they won, and keep the price small, whether that be a free bar or car bar or 10% off an order they put in that month. The percent off is better for an upsale, I believe, than a draw that you're doing, because people want to feel like they actually won something. But again, this is your business and it's up to you. Those are all ideas you can use. So another thing is, she says, don't wait for your customers to contact you. Send surprise announcements on days when they are most likely to be home. So you may have seen other consultants or other direct sellers on our storm days post about their snow day special. If you feel housebound, chances are your customers are housebound. So keeping that in mind, that those are good times to contact people. And if you send emails and Facebook messages on times that they're not going to be reading it, you are wasting your time. So she talks about really trying to research and make sure you know when that's going to be. Then she talks a little bit on the next page about the VIP Host Club, and this is something I'm really excited to be doing. One of the trainings I watched from Allison Dalkey that talked about how because she wants to have the new warmers in her house for when people are over, for when she hosts her in-house parties and activities, and for her online Facebook parties, she always has the current warmers around her house. And then any that she doesn't want to keep, she auctions them off. She does a VIP host auction at the end of the season, and then uses the money. So the hosts know that they are getting a used warmer that she may have even put wax in. And they're excited about it because they're getting a deal. And it's something to encourage people to want to be a host for you, by saying, hey, and if you host, one of the things I do for my hosts is this seasonal VIP host auction, so you can use that in advance to get people to host, but also just a way to make sure you are taking care of your hosts and they'll want to keep being a host for you. And it helps you fund ordering the new products so that you have them to display. And remember, you still get to write those off as ordering them as marketing material, right? So you just have to keep really good track of that stuff for your taxes. But that being said, these are things that she does and lots of people do. So if you are ready to do that ahead of time and you've already planned ahead on what you like to do, then you're not scrambling at the end of a month or at the end of your 3 months going, I need my PRV. It's about proactive work. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. So being proactive, making some plans. What are the ways you're going to want to take care of your customers so that when you are getting new customers, you are ready to communicate these things to them. So those are just a couple ideas that I challenge you to spend some time thinking about, and maybe share some ideas below this post with others that you've maybe come up with, because I'm sure there's lots of other ideas that you guys have seen through your various searching Facebook, YouTube videos, other Scentsy consultant groups. So share those ideas here. And like I said, I'm going to share some pictures underneath too that I just grabbed off of Google, but I've seen them from lots of Scentsy consultants, and we know that Scentsy consultants love to share with each other, which is one of the amazing things about our culture, and the give more than you take philosophy. And so I'm going to share some of those that I just grabbed off of Google that are a way to, when you do get to the end of 3 months or the end of a month and you're like, I don't have enough parties booked for next month, or I really need to boost my PRV for this month, what can I try? Some of these images are things that you can post to social media within Scentsy compliance, or send out as a text if you've built your customer contact that way. Email you can do, but again, email's harder if you're not consistently sending lots of emails. Like, if you sign up for Old Navy, how many emails a day you get, right? So try to stick to the things that work with your customers. But these images are within compliance because they are just a call to action to get people to let you know they're interested in hearing about your special. So there's a pop a balloon one and wait for a private message from me. Pick a number and wait up for a private message from me. I'm only going to share ones that are going to work right now while we're doing this program. But there are lots of seasonal ones that you can find through a Google Scentsy image search. I believe that I typed in Scentsy pick a number and then clicked on the images of Google search. And there's Santa ones, there's themed ones, there's Christmas themed ones, there's pumpkin themed ones, all of that, right? But I've got some for the spring summer season, and I love it for us Nova Scotians. There's one with some Adirondack chairs. Pick a chair on the beach. So but anybody, even if you're not from Nova Scotia, you could use that because we're reaching for the beach right now as our incentives. So these are a way to get a call to action to get customers to want to get a message from you. And then you come up with, again, like we were saying, come up with what sort of a special you can afford to do. And you don't have to break the bank. It can be that every single person gets the same message, that they will be allowed to buy 10 bars for a discount this month, and then you work that out in how you input the order. In fact, maybe I'll share that with you guys too, the math on that special, because that's worked out for me when I needed to. Or book a party with me for next month, because I'm really trying to get my April booked, and I will give you a free blah, 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 whatever it is. And then remember, you're always going to have that perpetual party reward to use for those items that you've promised, because these people are booking directly through you when you run a special like this. So you are the past host that gets to use that perpetual party reward. So you can even offer an extra half price item, and then it's costing you nothing because you know that's going to be there when you close their party. Just make sure again that your language is very well communicated, that it's with their qualified party when you close the party, so that you're not giving away expensive items before you have the opportunity to use that perpetual party reward when you're closing their party. So again, think ahead what your goal is. Use these images as the post to call people to action, and then the rest of the special needs to be discussed privately with them. So I'm super excited to see how you guys do with this challenge, and see you take advantage early in the month like this to try and leverage your month, get some parties booked, get some orders in so you can get that 500 PRV towards your goal of promoting to lead consultant this month. All right, so have a great day, guys. Can't wait to see what you come up with.